Artistic Gamer 7, and welcome back to another Pokemon to Create a Sim video. In this one, we are actually going to be making Audino into a sim. So, Audino is a Pokemon that came in Gen 5, I believe. Gens 3 through, 6, I am not quite as familiar with. So, when doing Pokemon from those, I tend to have to try to refresh myself on things because I don't remember very well, because I'm not as familiar with them because I was into watching Pokemon and stuff when I was younger with Gen 1 and Gen 2, and then I sort of got out of anything Pokemon related there for a while, and then got back into Pokemon around when Gen 7 came back, and I actually played the games but also have watched the shows, because I went through and actually watched all the shows leading up to Sun and Moon, but I haven't finished Sun and Moon still. Even though there is now Sword and Shield. But, as far as the anime show goes, anyway. As the game, I have beat both Sword and Shield and Sun and Moon. But, anyway, that is besides the point. But yeah, Audino is like a little, cutesy Pokemon that is actually another Pokemon that helps Nurse Joy. It usually was, Chansey, but then Audino came along, so there's a chance to see Audino with Nurse Joy, which is partially why I chose to make Audino a female. I think it's a pretty even chance to get male or female when it comes to Audino, but because I associate Audino with Nurse Joy quite a bit, as well as Chansey, I decided to go with female. And one of the reasons why Audino is with Nurse Joy is, I think it's the little ear thingies that are hanging down. There should be a picture down on the bottom left of Audino, by the way, for those of you who is not as familiar with Pokemon, but like Sims. But anyway, yeah, I think it's like the ear thingies. They act as some sort of medical instrument that I'm not totally remembering right now. I want to say it's like a stethoscope. That's what I want to say. I don't know if I'm saying that right either, so, you know, that might be double wrong. But, so yeah. But, and she Mega Evolves. I was tempted to do based off of her Mega version, because her Mega version is so freaking adorable. But anyway, I decided just to do regular Audino for now. I might, in the future, maybe do Mega. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you would like me to actually try to make Mega Audino at some point. I might put in a little picture of Mega Audino if I remember, for this little portion, just to real quickly see what Mega Audino looks like for people who don't know. But otherwise, we're working on regular Audino. So I did want to give her either some sort of hair that was like fluffed out on the sides, or was like a pigtail and fluffed out on the sides. And I figured the pigtails that I settled on were pretty close. I wish they would have been like slightly higher up on the head, but most of my pigtails are really, really far up on the head, or they're really low on the head. The ones that are really farther up probably would have matched the placing of where her ears start better, but at the same time, a lot of those pigtails are just like regular pigtails that just flow straight down, or they're braided, or they're buns or something, so I thought this was technically the best one, and to represent the little things on her ears, I do actually give her like these yellowish gold creamy color earrings that sort of hang down. That is to represent the little the things coming down off of her ears. But overall, I did want to try to get pretty cutesy with Audino. I do give her like a jacket thing, because in some ways the pink coloring on the lower half of her, where her body and her arms and stuff is, almost could easily look like it's like some sort of jacket. So that's what I went with. I gave her a jacket, actually. I ended up giving her one that zips up, even though the pink on the body doesn't touch. But overall, I just liked the coloring of that one, because I looked through all of my accessories that could be like jacket type things that had a pink. So the way it looked on this particular sim, plus the coloring, ultimately is why I stuck with the one that actually was zipped up. I debated the denim looking like one for a bit, but I just didn't like the look of it on her as much as I liked the other one. And, you know, sometimes with doing the Pokemon to CAS sims, well, a lot of times with the Pokemon to CAS sims, you can't get exact, and sometimes you just gotta go by what you're feeling. So if you're feeling more of one jacket, even though one might be a little bit more accurate, but you think the sim looks better with the other. Sometimes you gotta make that choice. But anyway, I did have quite a bit of fun actually making Audino here. Originally I was trying to give her a dress under the pink outfit, but none of the dresses were like the right color, because it's like that, she's like that creamish color that a lot of Pokemons have, which is, sometimes that's one of the colors that is slightly closer to a skin color, and that's sometimes what I chose to give them. But with her, I went slightly off of that, but then I tried to get a skin tone that had a slightly more pinkish tone underneath it instead of that creamy yellow tone underneath. So, if that makes sense. But yeah. But that's her skin. But as far as the dress was, I was actually trying to get as close to that color as possible. And I couldn't find ones that were like the color I wanted them to, or they just didn't look like, or if they were the color I wanted them to and they sort of looked like they glitched into the jacket too much, or like it had like a very low cut part near like the chest area. And though I am definitely one for, when it comes to the chest area, wear what you're comfortable in. I don't think someone who's a small-chested person can be rewarded for being empowering for women, and then the same outfit is wore by a larger-chested woman, and she gets called many names and attention-grabbing and stuff for wearing it, is right. It really actually bothers me, but I'm all about your personal feelings on that matter, and I just felt like Audino would be one to not wear too low-cut stuff, but I think the thing I ended up choosing for her was a little bit more low-cut than I wanted to, but I hadn't used that top before, and I decided I wanted to. But yeah, anyway, that's a whole nother thing all on its own. But, so yeah, I do eventually choose a top and skirt instead, and even with the skirts, I had to look forever for skirts to try to get them to fit right with the jacket, because things were like glitching in so much to each other and clipping through, so I was like, dang it. So I just had to keep playing along with it and just fooling with them. I give her little tights as well to be like all cutesy and stuff like that, and I just thought she would be the type of person to wear tights. But yeah, in the end, I think she is pretty cute and adorable. I don't think she'd be in my tops though. I think she'd be in the middle ground. Like, at some point, I should try to rate all my Pokemon to create a sims, or even the ones, because I have quite a few Pokemon, like, sims that I've made based off of Pokemon that I never recorded the create a sim process of them, because I made them long before I started either one of these series, or I made them. There was 3 Pokemon that I technically recorded making them. One or maybe a few more than that. But it was before I decided I was going to make series out of them, so they wasn't a part of this series. So yeah, if I took all of my Pokemon sims, and rated them, might be interesting. I might do that at some point. Let me know down in the comments below. But anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you like how Audino turned out. Let me know down in the comments below. If you ever have a Pokemon that you would sort of wish to see created into Sims, feel free to comment down below. I'll definitely write it down, and maybe it will make it into this series, or maybe I'll do a Series 3. I'm probably going to do a Series 3, so they might get into that series, but depending on how things go and stuff. But definitely feel free to comment any Pokemon down below, and it may be one that I've technically made before, and I'll send you a link to the video, or I'll do like a quick little thing where I show them off if it was one that I didn't make on on recording. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit that lovely like button, subscribe, and all that lovely YouTube giddiness, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!